Mexican rice. Let's get to cooking. So today what I have did for you, I have prepped everything as so in my first episode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little corn oil to our pot. Not that much corn oil, just a little bit, so we can coat that rice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this on. We're gonna get that pot nice and hot. So once we get that pot nice and hot, what we're gonna do is we are going to add our rice. Now don't burn it, don't walk away from it. We're gonna cook it so we can cook down our component in here, which I have. Let me open this up for you guys. Now, this is tomato paste. No tomato sauce, tomato paste only. You're gonna need a clove of garlic, not that much onion, about that much onion you're gonna need, and you're gonna blend it up till you make a nice paste. Make sure the consistency is nice and smooth only. So what we're waiting for, we're gonna wait for this to kind of heat up a little bit, and once that heat up, we're gonna pour our rice in there. And also, in order for us to do that, we gotta make sure, I hope I'm saying this correctly, caldo de pollo. My Spanish is a little off, but this only. Make sure you guys get this only. It won't work with any other substitution. Make sure it's this brand here, okay? Then also, we're gonna add a cup of rice. Now you have a larger family, of course you gotta up your portions just a little bit, so I'm just gonna use a cup of rice. Also, I have for you a cup and a half of water, which I'm gonna add to that. Also, we're gonna add just a pinch of salt, okay? So of course, the caldo de pollo is in here, which I have in here. We're gonna add to that. So we're gonna make sure that that's nice and hot, as you can see. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this rice to it. We're gonna add that rice to that. We're gonna put that off to the side. So we're gonna cook this rice. We're gonna cook this rice. So, we're gonna cook that down. There we go. We're gonna raise this heat just a little bit. There we go. Because we wanna cook that rice. We want to cook that rice. We want to cook it, and we want to cook it. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our mixture to this. We're gonna add our tomato paste. So we're gonna add this to this. There we go. So we wanna get this rice nice and toasty. Nice and toasty. So we wanna cook all that in there. Make sure we get everything out of there. So we're gonna stir this. We're gonna cook that down until it gets nice and toasty. Like so. There we go. There we go. Until it gets nice and toasty. Don't forget nice and toasty. Do not walk away. Whatever you do, don't walk away. So we want to drain down some of that garlic. You have to drain down some of that garlic. Now that we have that nice and toasted, as you can see, nice and toasted. There we go. There we go. Nice and toasted. So now what I want to do is we're going to add our water, a cup and a half of water. As you can see, all poured in there. So now what I want to add to that, we're going to add our salt. Caldo de pollo. We're going to add that to that. Push it off to the side. And we're going to give that a nice good stir. Nice good stir. So what we're going to do to this, we are going to bring this to a boil. Bring that to a boil. So I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to bring this to a boil. There we go. Once we bring this to a boil, what we're going to do is, once it boils, we're going to turn the heat all the way down. We're going to add a top to it. We're going to put it for 20 minutes. 20 minutes, as you can see. Here we go. It is starting to boil. Okay, we're going to put this off to the side. We're going to get our timer ready. 20 minutes. So we're going to set our timer for 20 minutes. There we go. 20 minutes on our timer. So now let's add the top to it. Start our timer. There we go. We're going to turn this down to the lowest of the lowest. After that's complete, I will be right back.
Listen carefully. If you ever want to see the governor alive, you will do exactly as I say.
Evelyn?
No!
Where the hell's Judah? You don't want this nice bread that you put in the soup? You better get your ass in the shop.
Councilman to you, but he is my boss. You know something.
This movie's gonna be phenomenal. So you guys can excuse me, I was drawn into it. But anyway, let's get back to these steak pockets. So I'm gonna put my phone away. I'm gonna put my phone away. So what we're gonna do now, we are going to take these vegetables right here, which I have yellow, green, orange, red, and I have some onions here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute those. So if you guys can follow me. Oh, I also have my meat already prepped. I have my steak meat. It's already prepared. Now, what I recommend is, it doesn't matter what steak meat that you choose. I would say ribeye would be the best, but it's up on you. So anywho, I'm gonna take these vegetables. You can follow me along. We're gonna go over here to my wok so we can saute some onions, bell peppers, all the good stuff. Okay? We're gonna take all this over here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, now, so now that we have that, I want to pull out this right here. So we're gonna push this off to the side right here. So we're gonna get this wok nice and hot. So we're gonna add some oil. We're gonna add some of this. oil to that. Some olive oil. Yes, we gotta have olive oil. So we can saute those vegetables, forgive me. Okay, that is it for that. So, like I said, I was just watching 6 shots. The movie's going to be off the chain. Off the chain. So now, let's get back to this. I'm going to throw these in there. Throw those in there. Oops, let's turn it down some. There we go. So we're going to add all our vegetables to this. So we want to saute them. So we're going to put all that away. We're going to do that. There we go. All our vegetables are in there. So what I need to do is, follow me over here. I am going to get this here. So we're going to make sure that we're going to turn it up just a little bit. So what I want to do, I want to add some more oil to this. More oil, there we go. There we go. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. We're going to have it screaming a little bit up in here. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. There we go. Woo, yes. So we're going to let that cook down. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more. There we go. Put that down. Put some vegetables down. Ooh. There we go. It smells so good in here. Oh, I love the smell of vegetables. Make sure we get those vegetables nice and coated. Nice and coated. Nice and coated. So, while those vegetables are doing their thing, so I'm going to show you what seasons that I have used for my steak. Parsley is the #1 favorite for me. Also, Brazilian steak seasoning. Now, Brazilian steak seasoning, this is the best steak seasoning you can buy. Now, this is optional. You don't have to just use this, but make sure you get some good steak seasoning. Also, I wanted to kick it up just a notch. So, Louisiana. Add some spice to it. Who doesn't like spice? I know I do. I'm not supposed to have it, but anywho. So what else I have is some lemon pepper. Lemon pepper is optional as well. Like I said, it adds so much flavor. Also, I have some onion powder. Like I said, some of these seasonings and spices are optional. It's up to you and your family's desired taste for these. And of course, your regular salt and pepper, like for myself, is always Himalayan salt. So now that we have that, let's go back over here and check our vegetables out. So they look like they are doing pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. There we go. Gotta keep that going. Keep that going. Keep that going. There we go. So now what I want to do is I want to add the meat to it. So I'm gonna add the meat like so. As you can see, there we go. There we go. Do you guys see that sizzle? That's a sizzle. Now, what I want to do is I have to get another spoon. So what I want to do is, I believe I want to use this one here. There we go. Woo! There we go. We gotta get that going. Woo! So, we are going to let that do its business. We're gonna let that cook down. So once this cooks down, with everything all marinated together, I will be right back with the finishing touches. Now that everything is well incorporated, our steak meat, our bell peppers, and our onions. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna transform everything into this bowl right here. So you guys bear with me. There we go. Oh, that looks so good. Everything is nice and marinated together. Wow, yes. There we go. So, now what I want to do is, we're going to add my tongs. Follow me over here to the table so we can bring everything together. There we go. Okay, so what we want to do is, there we go. So what we're going to do is, we're going to take our pockets. I have here. So let me explain to you what type of pocket these is. Keep your eyes on this. I'll be right back. Okay. So what we want to use are these right here. These are the Greek pockets. So I am going to show you what they look like, so everyone can get a fresh idea on how they are. Greek pocket. So what you can do is, as you can see the line, cut it where the line is, and what you can do is get a skillet and just add a little heat to it, kind of soften it up a little bit, and what it does is it creates a pocket. So put this up to the side. I'll be right back. Oh, thank you. So now that I have returned, thank you. That's what it does. You see the pocket? I just add a little heat to it with the skillet. Just some non-stick spray will work wonders. So now what I have here, I have all my condiments here. I have some refried beans here. I have some cilantro here. Of course, we have some lettuce here, some green onions. Also, I have some parsley here, as well as some chili peppers. That's gonna add some spice, so we're gonna keep this up a notch. And also, of course, my Mexican rice. Ooh, Mexican rice. Also, what I have to use for you, forgive me guys, I have some cheese here. I have some cheese here, and also I have some sour cream here. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our pockets. We're gonna hold it like this. This is what we're gonna do. You see how my hand is? Have you want to do it? Now my hand's kind of small. So we're gonna bring our beans over here. So what we're gonna do is, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take our beans, we're gonna, as you can see what I'm doing here, however much beans you want is fine. So you gotta be totally careful. There we go. Smooth it around like so. So next, what we want to do is want to add our meat. See that? Add your meat to it like that. Woo. It's okay. Don't be afraid. If it tears, that's totally fine. It's all going down in one place. Then you're gonna put it there like so. If it comes apart, don't worry about it. Move along. So we're gonna take another one, and we're gonna continue to do the same process. So I'm gonna do another one like this. So this is a whole one. There we go. We're gonna take some of that out of there. There we go. Oh, now we're cooking with gas, everybody. Okay, there we go, like so. Now we're gonna incorporate this meat to this one. Not much, but we're gonna fill that pocket. Because I'm greedy. There we go. So we're gonna put this one here. Now you see how I did that? You see how that's coming apart like that? That's because I'm being greedy and trying to stuff it. Which is okay. Because we have this one right here. So I'm gonna push that off to the side. So I'm gonna bring the cheese over here. So what I've done is I have these two here. So I have nacho cheese and I have shredded cheese. Either one of these is optional for you. So what I do is I like to incorporate both of the cheeses. So we're gonna take some cheese. I'm gonna add that cheese to that there. There we go. Then I'm gonna add a little lettuce. So if it comes apart, it's okay. It's okay. Have fun with it. Cooking is about having fun. So we're gonna add a little cilantro. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, yes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little parsley to that. Bam. It's okay, make a mess. Our green onions. Ooh, yes. There we go. We're gonna add those peppers to it. So, now, here is our sour cream. What we're gonna do, we're gonna squeeze that. You see how it comes together? Like so, there we go. So the next one, we are going to do the exact same thing. So we're gonna take some of this. We're gonna spread it on there. We're gonna take some cilantro. We're gonna take some parsley. Go crazy, everybody, just go crazy. We're gonna take some of these right here. Ooh. I like a little extra. And now that we have this cheese here, oops, excuse me. There we go. So we're gonna drizzle. You see that? Even if we want to, we can go crazy over here. Oh, there we go. A complete dish. We have the steak pockets here with our Mexican rice. How about we give us a little taste test? I'm gonna dig in. Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me. But, anywho, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Excuse my hands because this is good. Thank you guys for tuning in to Neomia and Amanda's Kitchen. I thank you guys for tuning in for the second episode. Make sure you follow me on all platforms. Series. This is good. Instagram with Mz Tamika B, Mz Tamika _B. Forgive me. Twitter. Matter of fact, all platforms. If you have some good recipes that you want to share with me, we can collaborate. Let me know. With that being said, you guys have a wonderful evening and good eating.